The champagne flute cracked in my hand the second my dad's voice rose over the string quartet. Your mother and I have decided to sign the lake house over to your brother and Mia tonight, as a wedding gift. The room detonated into cheers. My brother lifted Mia off the ground like she weighed nothing. My mom's eyes shone with tears of joy. I stood there, blood dripping from my palm onto the marble floor, unnoticed by anyone. Because for 7 years I had been the one paying that lake house's taxes, insurance, repairs, and the second mortgage they forgot existed. 7 years of silence. 7 years of being the reliable ghost. I learned early where I ranked. When I graduated summa cum laude, my parents mailed a $100 bookstore gift card. When Liam graduated, barely, 2 years later, they threw a 3-day lakeside party, flew in his friends from 3 states, and surprised him with a wrapped Jeep in the driveway. I smiled in every photo, arms around my little brother, pretending the ache in my throat was just champagne bubbles. The favoritism was never subtle. Liam got the bailouts, the excuses, the endless second chances. I got the lectures about responsibility and the quiet pride that I never needed anything. Translation: I didn't deserve anything. So when their retirement investments tanked and the lake house payments became impossible, I stepped in. Automatic transfers every first of the month. I told myself it was temporary. I skipped vacations, side hustles, a down payment on my own place because family, right? They never asked how I managed. They just kept living as if the money floated down from the sky like soft summer rain. Then came the wedding bombshell. The house, my house in every way except the deed, was now Liam and Mia's forever. I swallowed glass that night and smiled until my face hurt. 3 months later, the text came. Liam. Hey sis, dinner at the lake house Saturday? Just family. Bring Noah. Noah, my fiancé, read it over my shoulder and raised an eyebrow. You sure you want to go? I went, because some part of me still believed in salvage. The drive up was golden hour perfect, the kind of evening that makes the lake look like liquid fire. They'd already replaced Mom's old floral curtains with sleek gray linen. Mia was arranging charcuterie, like she'd been born in that kitchen. Dad grilled steaks. Mom poured wine. Liam slapped Noah on the back, called him bro, and everything felt almost normal. Until dessert. Mom set her fork down with ceremonial care. Sweetheart, she said to me, your dad and I have exciting news. With the house officially off our plate, we're ready for our next chapter. We're moving into your cabin in the mountains. Not asking. Telling. The mountain cabin I bought with my own savings 3 years ago. The one place that was never supposed to have their fingerprints on it. Noah's hand found my knee under the table. I looked at Mom, really looked, and saw the same serene expectation she wore the night she handed Liam the Jeep keys. No, I said. One word. Quiet. Final. The table froze. Dad laughed like I was joking. Come on, Ellie. We're family. You have a home, I answered. It's sitting right here with new curtains and a charcuterie board. Mom's eyes filled, weaponized tears I'd seen 1,000 times. After everything we've sacrificed. I stood. You're not moving in. The silence that followed was so complete I heard the lake water lapping against the dock 50 yards away. That night I changed every lock code, revoked every spare key, blocked every number except emergencies I no longer planned to answer. Noah didn't try to fix me. He just made tea and sat beside me while I built walls that should have gone up years ago. They showed up anyway. I was in a client presentation when my phone lit up with an unknown Colorado area code. Ma'am, this is Deputy Garcia, Summit County Sheriff's Office. We have a Richard and Diane Caldwell in custody at your cabin outside Blue River. Alarm. Triggered. They claim relation. My pulse didn't even spike. It was almost peaceful. They're my parents, I told the deputy. They do not have permission to be there. Noah met me in the lobby without a word. We drove the 2 hours in silence, windows down, mountain air cutting clean through the car. They were sitting on the front steps surrounded by Louis Vuitton luggage older than I was. Mom stood the moment she saw me, arms already reaching. Ellie, thank God. Tell them it's a misunderstanding. I looked at the deputy. Please remove them from my property. I won't be pressing charges today. Dad's face went purple. You ungrateful. Noah stepped half a pace forward. Dad stopped talking. Mom tried tears again. They didn't work anymore. The locksmith arrived 20 minutes later. New deadbolts. New codes. New keys that would never leave my hand. As the cruiser pulled away, gravel crunching under tires, I stood on the porch of the cabin that was finally, undeniably mine. The pines smelled sharp and alive. Somewhere an eagle screamed overhead. I didn't feel triumph. I didn't feel guilt. I felt the exact weight of my own life settling back onto my shoulders, lighter than it had ever been. 2 weeks later, I listed the lake house for sale. Not out of spite, out of hygiene. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for people who taught you love means obligation is to finally, quietly, stop obliging. The silence that followed wasn't cold. It was the sound of a door closing for the first time in 32 years and staying shut.